Greetings, my night ravens. I am Lady Lenore, your guide through the shadows. Tonight, I invite you into a place gilded with history and haunted by reflection. A place called the Lemp Mansion. A place where memory and identity fracture beneath the glass. Tonight, my dear Raven, you are there. The bedroom is softly lit, with the last streaks of daylight slipping through the window like a secret. Costumes and masks lie scattered across the bed. Lace, feathers, deep colors that catch the light when they shift. A simple black and gold mask rests in your hands. You lift the black and gold mask and fit it to your face. This one feels right. The weight, the shape, the way it frames your eyes. Jamie's leg swings lazily as she watches you fuss with the strap. Trying on a fourth outfit? She grins. You're going to miss the whole party at this rate. In the mirror, the mask makes your eyes look different, sharper, somehow. I just don't want to look boring next to Wonderland royalty, you mutter. Jamie stands with a dramatic swirl of her long coat. Her Mad Hatter costume is borderline theatrical. White corset, striped gloves, a cane she twirls like it belongs to her. You won't, she says. Trust me. You clean up creepy. It still doesn't feel real. You'd signed up for Lemp Mansion's Halloween events years ago, mostly for fun, never expecting to hear back. But this fall, the invitation arrived, crisp, formal, a masquerade themed through the looking glass, mysterious, exclusive, and at last, addressed to you. The mansion appears ahead, glowing behind iron gates. Music hums beneath the sound of your tires. Swing jazz, steady and sweet, winding its way through the dark like something alive. Lanterns sway in the trees, casting gold across the gravel path as masked guests glide toward the gates, laughter drifting soft and bright beneath the music. The scent of wood smoke clings to the night air. Two masked hosts wait near the gate, one with a clipboard, the other with a nod. As you approach, your name is checked swiftly, your invitation barely glanced at, before a gesture waves you through. Jamie leans in. Still feeling underdressed? A quiet laugh. No, I think I feel exactly right. Music rises with each step around the side of the house, spilling out from somewhere deeper in the garden. Warm light spills from overhead strings, casting a golden haze across the hedges. The air smells faintly of dry leaves and something sweeter. Maybe spiced cider, maybe perfume. Just beyond the path narrows, and the mirrors begin. Mirrors, dozens of them, leaning, hanging, propped between arches and flower beds. As guests drift past, reflections shimmer like ghost lanterns, catching fragments of masked strangers that vanish just as quickly. About 6 steps in, one mirror stands out from the rest. Tall, narrow, slightly warped, its surface bends at the center like an hourglass. Something about it pulls your gaze. You pause and make one final adjustment. Fingers rising to smooth the mask into place as the reflection comes fully into view. A flicker, quick, but unmistakable. Not lag, not delay. It is more like the film skipped a frame. The mirrored hand lifts a beat too late. The tilt of the head doesn't align. Just slightly out of step. Like a dancer missing the music, it's enough to steal the breath from your chest. With a blink, everything is perfect again. Behind you, Jamie's voice breaks the quiet. You good? Another glance at the glass. Did that look weird to you? She steps closer, peering into the mirror, head tilting slightly with a pause. It's probably just the lighting or your brain trying to buffer, she says with a crooked smile. You let out a dry laugh and then mimic the motion again. Head, hand, movement clean. Perfect this time. There was no glitch. I guess it was just nerves. The garden opens ahead, tents glowing like domes, guests moving in and out like drifting shadows. Lanterns dangle from the gazebo's wrought iron arch, casting soft flickers across the drink station tucked neatly inside. Glass clinks, laughter rolls past like a breeze, and a first drink feels overdue. The drink is called Caterpillar's Smoke, sweet, smoky, and smoother than you expect. It settles warm in your chest with a whisper of citrus that trails off slowly, leaving your senses warm and wide open. You and Jamie wander the paths between tents and garden walls, admiring the detail in every costume. Velvet capes, bone-white masks, lace gloves curled around champagne flutes. Some guests lean fully into the Wonderland theme. Others twist it. A waitress in a blood-stained waistcoat and oversized ears appears at your side, holding a silver tray of tiny glass vials. "Compliments of the Queen," she says, tone flat, smile too wide. Jamie clinks one with yours. "To Wonderland." The shot is sharp, cold, and it burns in a way that doesn't feel entirely alcoholic. In the far corner, a tall mirror leans against the wall, an elegant addition to the decor, catching stray candlelight and reflections from across the bar. It draws the eye without trying. You don't mean to approach it. It just happens. One moment you're watching Jamie accept another drink, and next, the mirror in the corner pulls you in. Its glass is clouded slightly, like it's been breathing. Closer now, you adjust your mask, but something catches in the reflection. Someone is behind you, not standing still, but rocking, back and forth, too slow, too steady. The figure's hands are clasped in front, head bowed like in mourning. Dressed in black, no mask, no features visible, just the rhythm. You spin around to find nothing. The space behind you is empty. No one is even close. Just the flicker of candles and the faint smell of sugar and smoke. Now, with your heart pounding, you check the mirror again. Only your reflection. You exhale and shake it off. "Creepy as hell," you mutter. Jamie appears at your side, breathless with laughter. "Come on, dance floor's heating up." She grabs your hand, and you don't resist. But as she pulls you into the crowd, the image stays with you. That slow, deliberate rocking, the way it moved without purpose, like it had all the time in the world. It wasn't just watching, it was waiting. And something in your gut twists with the sickening sense that now, it's following. The music lifts around you, bright and alive, jazz laced with energy. Horns swing over a tight rhythm, playful and wild. It's the kind of beat that pulls at your feet before your brain catches up. Jamie grabs your hands and spins you under the lights. The two of you slip into the rhythm like it's a game you've played before. Laughter, swaying, steps that aren't quite on time, but don't need to be. The crowd folds around you, laughter echoing, shoes scuffing across the floor, the music pulsing through it all. Someone steps forward from the crowd, moving straight toward you. He's tall, dressed in a long black coat that moves like liquid. His mask is full-faced and silver, perfectly smooth, like a mirror stretched thin. Without a word, he steps between you both and offers Jamie his hand. She raises her brows at you, playful, questioning. You shrug, breathless. Go for it. She takes his hand, and you watch them move away, graceful and effortless, as the music kicks up again. At first, they stay perfectly in step with the rhythm, until the rest of the world surges forward, and they don't. Around them, the party accelerates, spinning heels, clapping hands, laughter breaking like waves. Everyone else is caught in the rhythm, moving faster, wilder, Except for Jamie and her partner, they begin to slow dance, drifting, like a scene unfolding in slow motion while the world rushes ahead. You step forward, trying to keep your eyes on her, but a wave of dizziness hits. Heat blooms at your temples. Lights smear at the edges of your vision, and the music that, moments ago, made you smile, now presses against your chest. Too loud, too fast, and you can't catch your breath. Jamie's dress flashes between the crowd, her steps too smooth, too slow. The man holds her like he's leading her into a dream. Everything tilts. You hear a voice that shouts nearby. Laughter, a scream, you can't tell. The lights above ripple like water, and your vision narrows. A sharp chill cuts through the heat, like cold air leaking from a door that shouldn't be there, and you blink hard. Jamie is alone now, mid-spin, laughing. The masked man is gone. The music is still pounding, and the lights still blaze, and nothing feels normal anymore. Your pulse slams in your ears. Whatever just happened, it wasn't the alcohol. It wasn't the lights. Reality pulled at the seams, and for one awful second, it felt like something saw you. You slip out of the tent, pressure building behind your eyes. The lights, the music, the crowd. It's all too much. Just a moment of quiet. You just need to breathe. The music thins behind you, and the laughter fades into something distant and warped. You follow a narrow garden path lit by flickering lanterns. Your footsteps crunch softly on gravel as you pass between hedges, light catching on empty chairs and crumpled napkins left behind. This is where the night begins to end. Tucked at the very back of the property, just beyond the last archway, stands a mirror. It doesn't match the others. It's not antique, not whimsical. Instead, it has clean lines, a black frame. It feels almost modern. Something about it pulls you in. You drift closer, not because you're afraid, or even because you meant to, just drawn. You stop, close enough to see the fine detail in the glass. Reflection is motionless, not frozen, waiting. A perfect copy, except it's holding still, just a second too long, and the longer it holds your gaze, the more you understand. It's not mirroring you anymore. It's studying you. Your hand twitches, and so does the reflections, but not in sync. You lift your hand to test it, and the reflection lifts the wrong one. A spike of panic grips your chest, and then it places its palm flat against the glass. Your muscles lock, and your fingers press gently into the surface, palm to palm with yourself. Only, it isn't you anymore. The glass is cold, and the ground isn't where it should be. The mirror begins to ripple, blurring, distorting, like liquid pulled down a drain. And the eyes, staring back, aren't yours. You wake to cold. You try to move, to shift, to speak. Nothing answers, and it's like your body has been sealed inside glass. Faint golden light pulses through the glass, muted and far away. The music is quieter now, softer, distant, and the party is dying. But you're still here. Movement stirs beyond the mirror. Jamie. She steps into view, slow, cautious, eyes scanning the thinning crowd. She looks confused and uneasy. She's searching for you. You press both hands to the glass, harder, faster. You scream her name, again and again, but no sound escapes. Her head turns toward you, but you're not what she sees, and something steps into her path. Your reflection. It moves with your posture, wears your mask and your face. But it doesn't just mimic you. It inhabits you, like something that studied you too closely and now wears you from the inside. Jamie's shoulders drop and her expression softens. "There you are," she says, voice low, relieved. "I've been looking everywhere." Your reflection looks at you and meets your gaze and tilts its head. Not a question, a promise. That smile, just a hint of it, small, precise, and it reaches for Jamie's hand. Jamie hesitates at first, then takes it. They turn together and the reflection guides her back into the dark. You scream, but only in your mind. No one hears. The mirror doesn't just hold you, it replaces you, and the thing left in your place grins like it belongs. Mirrors hold secrets darker than mere reflections, my night ravens, and some no longer show what stands before them. They show what waits behind. Gaze too long, and it stops being your reflection. It becomes your replacement. This is Lady Lenore, guiding you back to the light, if only for a moment. Sleep well, my children of the dark, and if you wish to return to the shadows again, strike the like button, subscribe, and let the bell guide your way back. And tell me, Raven, what horrors have followed you home? Leave your tale in the comments, if you dare.